banger question, you know. I am curious to this answer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let's say she really. I'm not. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of An Interesting Discussion Sometimes. Today, I'm back with the regular boys. That's Christian, Haran, and Harsha. And today, we're going to talk about a bunch of different stuff, but I hope you weren't too disturbed by that intro.
You want to explain that a little bit?
Guys, I'll just explain it because I feel like a lot of people may not know. But that was from a Disturbed song called Down with the Sickness.
And thank you, Disturbed, for sponsoring this episode of the podcast.
No. We wish. But yeah, today we're going to talk about a bunch of different things. First, we're going to start off with some current events, news, stuff, either in the world or relating to us personally. And then we're going to move on to a game that we actually played before on the show, which is How Well Do We Know This Person on the podcast. And at the end, we have a little question that we're going to go through.
Another game that
we're going through a question. Who's question?
I don't know. We have a question we didn't answer. Okay. This is hard, man. We're doing this new thing.
What the fuck was that?
What?
Did you hear that?
No, what?
No. Christian just moaned so loudly.
I didn't hear that at all.
Oh my god.
You didn't hear anything. It's been a minute.
Since when?
The last time.
Alas.
So, Christian, I heard through the grapevine that you are a news correspondent for the day for the Russia and Ukraine happenings.
Legally, I cannot respond to that, but I do have a correspondent to the correspondent who's on the scene. Harsha? Do you hear that? Here he goes. Harsha, you are on the border of two unnamed countries. Let's kick off the conversation to you. Kick.
Thank you, Christian. For those of you who don't know, there's a conflict going on the other side of the pond, if you will. You know, we got Russia.
Which
and
pond
Ukraine.
is this?
The big one in the middle, Atlantic Ocean. But also, if you go through the Pacific Ocean, you can get there just a little bit longer.
Very true.
Russia, Ukraine are in the midst of a war that the whole world is witnessing, and it's pretty serious stuff. Obviously, I mean, I wouldn't say obviously. For me personally, I think there is like a side that people should support if they have, you know, some morals and about the situation. So I'll just say, obviously, it's a tough time for Ukraine and people there. So if you do have the financial capabilities, you can. There's a lot of donation places out there that you can support the cause and help them out. But generally, if you don't know anything about the war, join us. But I mean, just kidding. I know some things.
What started this conflict? Like how?
Do you know? Yeah. I mean, let's open that up. Let's not like make him do fucking historical.
No, I want to report.
Okay. Okay.
After this has picked up in the last like couple of weeks, I read a couple things about it, and I realized that this kind of conflict between them has been going on for not just 2022. Like it's an ongoing thing for the last like decade or so. Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union when it was a thing back in the 80s and 90s, and they split up after it broke down, I guess. And so there's people in Ukraine who are like Russian and like identify with Russia, but there are also people that are just Ukrainian, I guess. And there's conflict because Russia wants to expand into some territories in Ukraine that are more Russian, more concentrated Russians, I guess. And issue they see with that is because Ukraine wants to join NATO, which Russia has seen as a threat for I don't know however many years now. So with all that combined, they were like, okay, let's just go in and nuke the place, which is not the best idea. So I think it's a pretty shitty situation, and obviously we're recording this like way far in advance. So if anything changes, like we hope it's for the better. But all we can do is send our thoughts to people experiencing on the front lines, because I can imagine doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say that at this point, it's not even March yet for us. So there's definitely so many things that could have changed in the situation. Like Harsha said, hopefully for the better, but looking at it as the pessimist that I am, it's unlikely so far to see that. I mean, hopefully it's all blown over at this point, but I really doubt it. I guess to add on, I remember either like mid high school or late. I don't remember exactly when this was, but the whole Crimea situation happened, which is a part of Ukraine as far as I'm aware. And basically Russia was trying to annex that and take it over as its own. I guess, I don't know if it's supposed to be a territory, or if it's going to join Russia or who. I'm not completely well versed in the geopolitics and all that shit, but that's what I remember, like when this started. But like Harsha said, back with the USSR and Yugoslavia and that whole conflict, like before we were born or just after we were born, I don't exactly know the time frame, but that's been going on for a long time. And from what I've read from a lot of people, even the thing that I was kind of surprised about is that a lot of the Russian public is completely against this war too. Yeah. Like usually when a country goes into war, like the country itself is completely like behind it, and they're like supporting or I don't want to really call him a president because he's not really a president anymore, but leader. But a lot of the Russian people are like doing protests and speaking out and all sorts of stuff against their dictator. So that's been good to see. Although I've seen a lot of other media stuff about like when the U.S. invaded like Yemen and all these other Middle Eastern countries, that nobody was having the same sort of response as like when a major power was invading these smaller. I mean, Ukraine is not technically a small country, but in comparison, that people are like, where's all of like the public outcry? But now because it's a European country, that like people care so much about it. And so I understand that, and that's a very valid point that, you know, I think it's because Russia is seen as like this counter Western country, sort of. They still have like an enormous economy, but because they've always, I guess, historically been like the bad guy in a lot of conflicts, that people are like way quicker to like jump at them. And because I guess the U.S. is so powerful, or Britain when they helped us invade those other Middle Eastern countries, like everybody was like, oh yeah, like nationalism, like oh they're doing the right thing, or maybe they weren't doing the right thing, but it was harder to point out that they were being fucked up when they were doing all those invasions. So that's kind of tough. But I mean, I know more Russian people than I know Ukrainian people, but I do have there's a backup goalkeeper for Real Madrid. He's Ukrainian. And he's like 2 years younger than I am. And so I can only imagine that usually, and when these sorts of things happen, European countries, they have a lot of athletes in a non-war setting. They are allowed to like jump the draft process, so they don't have to go into selective service or that sort of thing. And so I can only imagine like how many like friends of his that he like grew up with are like fighting right now. I know his family is just, like still in Ukraine. Like a lot of his friends are still there. He's been in Madrid running drives. The super sad thing was he went through the walkthrough before the game yesterday or the day before, and his car broke down too. So he had to walk for like 7 miles to training.
Oh my
goodness. Yeah, poor dude. Like
they couldn't send someone for him?
I mean, like it was like one of the other players like picked him up like on the way, but it was like timing of stuff was just like awkward.
Yeah.
So he's been really going through it. And I've seen a lot of other like football related stuff because I feel like that's how, or soccer related stuff. So that's how I've kind of like gotten in touch with it. I mean, I've seen obviously a lot of the videos on Twitter, and all of the like the badass like the mayor of Kiev and like all of the former boxers and shit like doing all this hardcore shit.
Yeah.
Like it's cool to see like them standing up for the country, but it's so sad that like it even has to come to that. So yeah, it's a really unfortunate situation that I think it's just humanitarian. Like I don't understand how you can just make that decision. But that's why he's a psychopath and a dictator. So,
yeah, I think in terms you mentioned soccer stuff. Like, I think FIFA moved Champions League is gone from Russia at like the final, right? And then they're banning Russian teams from playing in things.
They still haven't said anything with the World Cup yet, right?
Yeah, they.
Yeah, so basically, like Russia. You mean like Russia
qualifying
right now?
No, they kicked them out today.
Oh, they're out.
Yeah, they kicked They kicked the Russian.
I thought it was just like the summer competition, but
no, they kicked them out of. Well, they're kicked out of qualifying right now. So if they can't qualify, they can't make it, and they kicked all of the Russian teams that are still in the European competitions out. So
I saw actually a few F1 drivers refuse to race in Russia as well, so they'll probably remove that race from Russia completely.
Yeah.
Isn't that one guy Russian too? What's his name? Is he Russian? The Haas driver, Mazepin. I don't know.
Nikita Mazepin. Yeah, it sounds kind of Russian.
I think he might be. Anyway,
I kind of want to bring up I don't know if you guys saw, but the anonymous hacking group. They basically waged cyber war on Russia.
Yeah,
and they essentially said we have the world's best hackers all attacking you. There's no way to stop it, which is it really feels like it's a Black Mirror. I can't believe something like this is happening nowadays, where it's actually an invasion. It's a war. I know this is happening in the Middle East and stuff, but that feels different than this to me. And this is coming from a place of I don't know a lot about this stuff anyway, but it's just I don't know. It's just crazy to me that this is just happening. Do
you think this will snowball into other countries attacking other countries, or will this be contained in the area?
I think it depends on what kind of countries come out in open defense and open support. Because as of us recording this, there's 3 countries involved. There's Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus. Now, no disrespect to Belarus, but they don't really fucking matter in this equation. They might be helping out Russia, but they're just doing that so that they don't get fucking squashed by Russia too.
Yeah.
So, sorry to any Belarusarians. I don't know. I'm sorry, but
Biden said he wasn't going to help Russia, right? I mean, sorry, he wasn't going to help Ukraine, right?
I think it's hard as a huge country to I guess sell your other constituents on sending resources. I know that Harsha had brought up NATO, and I think NATO is helping out, which the US is a part of. So I guess there's coalitions of countries that are helping, but there's not specifically
direct support from in
the World Wars there was the Axis and the Allies, that sort of alignment. I don't think it's that at that level, or at least not yet. I hope.
Yeah, I feel we've kind of hopefully other country they've kind of learned to not get involved in matters that are so far away and have not. I mean, I guess to protect, you want to help the Ukrainians, especially since they're getting outnumbered by Russia. Right? Russia's a huge country.
Yeah.
But you also don't want to sacrifice lives of Americans that I guess we're thinking about how the country reacted to the Vietnam War, and then post that in Iraq and the Middle East, getting involved there. I don't know if there's going to be full involvement from the US, unless provoked, which could also happen because people other countries might just see this as a sign anything can go now. We can start taking on wars with other countries.
Yeah, I think that's the most worrying thing, is that this had kind of been teased for a long time by Putin. Maybe not a direct I'm going to go invade Ukraine, but that whole situation with Crimea and those kind of annexing of places, he's been teasing for a while, and especially when Trump was president, when Trump just was buddy with him and all that bullshit. He was basically he's not going to do that kind of thing or this and that.
Yeah.
And now he's doing it, and everybody had warned him that if you do this and people respond, it's basically going to open up nuclear war. Because Russia, I don't have statistics in front of me, but they're definitely top 10, if not top 5 in most nuclear weapons in the world.
Yeah.
So it's them, US, I think like India, China, and so I don't have, those are just guesses other than the US and Russia. But they're like a nuclear powerhouse. So it's just, it can escalate so quickly, especially if the US get involved.
But like, did the US have a role to like squash it now and like send in like full force, get it done with, and like,
well, the
or will
problem
that
is
just
that
provoke it?
if I personally, like, I'm no, war professional, and that doesn't sound like a real title, but but I think you have to, as a country that promotes like freedom and that kind of stuff, you have to respond to the threat at the level that's like appropriate. Because if you go in there with warheads and shit, like Russia's just gonna do the same thing, not only to Ukraine, but they're gonna come here.
Yeah.
Because if you provoke a country like that, they're gonna respond to you, not just to like the forces you send to that specific location.
I guess especially like, yeah, if like, since the war's happening in Ukraine and not in Russia, like if US just get involved, that's just going to be more civilian casualties in Ukraine, and like there more like just buildings being destroyed and infrastructure being destroyed.
So it's up to the countries who are not necessarily responsible, but willing to do the right thing, which the US is supposed to be like that sort of country. Like these world leaders like the US, Great Britain, Germany, France, like all these really huge economical powerhouses that have so much of the world's money, that promote like freedom and democracy. I know maybe not all the countries I just listed are democratic, but you get my point. That they're supposed to be able to help out these other smaller countries, because these smaller countries are maybe not Ukraine specifically, but they still provide the US with like valuable resources, valuable economic structure. I know that the US did something related to shutting down the Russian banks. I know that like the day that like it was not necessarily declared war, but they actually moved the troops across the border. Like the Russian stock market fell like 50% or 35% or something like that. Like an enormous amount. Like the ruble, which I always thought was not. I thought it was just a meme, but it's actually their currency. So sorry. I thought that it was at its lowest point, like in its history, like its worth. So it's going to have like major long-lasting impact on the Russian economy, but like that man doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like he just wants to go take this land, and like basically it seems like he just wants to do a power flex on this smaller country. And just because not just because he can, because he has other reasons, but like I think overarching is just because he can, and he knows that if another big country tries to stop him, that he can just use these weapons to like fuck.
Yeah, that's the scary part. It's like I feel like Putin might just be like playing a game, like trying to like provoke a big country to get involved, so he has like the right to do whatever he wants. Yeah, like we said, hopefully in a month's time when this episode's out, things are a lot different for the better.
Yeah. If there's a lot of drives going on in major cities in the US to help send resources over to Ukraine. I'm sure I don't want to name any organizations, but if local food banks, food, clothing drives, wherever you live, I'm sure there's places where you can help send resources. Obviously, donating money doesn't do nothing, but it is a course to help these people that are severely in need. There's tons of people fleeing to the borders of Poland. I geographically don't know the other countries that border Ukraine, but Romania? I don't know. But I know Poland for sure. Because, fun fact, I'm 1/16 Polish, so I have to keep a small tab on what happens over there. But basically, there's going to be refugees from Ukraine, while like all families and children, because the men are staying behind to fight. So they are certainly in dire need of help. So there's always someone close by to where you can send some aid.
Yeah, okay, so to lighten it up a bit, we're gonna move on to our next topic. Haran, I heard you got bodied recently. I heard you got destroyed.
I did. I should probably put some context.
I'm jealous of you.
Yeah, no, this is during an IM basketball game. Basically, our team, we won 2 of our 3 games in the regular season. We lost the other one. We actually think we lost probably like the best team in the division.
Yeah, of course, because of the only team you lost to.
And then I'm like 100% sure it's like the best team. Anyway, go to the playoffs. Our first game was against a bunch of Stanford athletes, actually. So these were like football,
Well, I would hope
baseball.
so if they're playing for like basketball.
No, like actual.
Athletes.
Sorry, it's actual Stanford athletes, like D1 athletes. I guess I don't know.
Oh,
Crazy.
like scholarship.
Scholarship athlete. What else do you call them? Athletes?
Professional athletes.
Would you call yourself an athlete though? Like I feel like you call athletes. Like,
I would call myself an
student
athlete, but I'm
from-
not athletic.
Student athlete, I guess.
yeah, student athlete. Okay, I'm sorry for not being so technical with my terms.
All right, that's
I knew what you
fine.
were saying though.
I forgive
Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So like, I was personally matching up against a 6'8" offensive lineman. Probably, I think it was an offensive lineman. I did check his name after the game. I think he's most likely like a backup to the backup. So like, he's not.
Oh, so
even
he doesn't fucking count.
Yeah, I mean, not even starting, and this guy was just huge. I mean, of course, he's gonna be huge on a football team, and yeah, I was just getting bodied down there. Like on the first play, I got the ball. I'm sorry, I was playing defense, and I got the rebound. The guy like swipes my face. My mask like comes off. Like, and we all have to play with our masks on.
Hey,
per-
whoa,
per
whoa.
rules. Anyway, so the guy swiped my mask, and like the mask broke, and
How
he got
do you break
the
your mask?
rebound.
Like it ripped?
I don't know, man. I didn't even see it. And then like the string came out. pretty
Oh,
much.
the
Oh,
shit came out,
okay,
okay.
okay.
Which is like not uncommon, but like it wouldn't happen unless like I most likely got mauled in the face, which I did.
Yeah.
Ref didn't call it, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be like this, and like I proceeded to just like fall down a bunch, and this is also like a couple
Well,
days
that's
after.
nothing new.
No, but I wasn't falling down because like I was just getting like pushed around, dude. I was trying to box this guy out. He just like ran me in the back.
I
Ref
thought you
didn't
were
call
into
anything.
that though.
Yeah. And the bigger problem is this is right after
He
like
was
5
into him.
days or so after I fell off my bike and like I injured my my body and I was like banged up. So yeah, it wasn't great. But update on the bike though. My bike is good now. It wasn't that expensive. It was like $70, which my dad said I got a good deal on it, so that was good.
So you're $30.
Oh, so you had 30 to
green.
spare?
Yeah, and then and then yes, a couple days ago, like this past weekend, I was walking back.
Ron saw God and fucking.
Yes, after
got
all
free
these
money.
L's I was taking, I was walking back to my apartment, and like on the pavement, it was like probably like 7 o'clock, so it was pretty dark outside. Like on the pavement, there was just like a $1 bill on the ground. I thought it was just a $1 bill on the ground, so like a $1 bill probably. So like it was crumpled up, kind of crumpled, but not like. I saw it, I picked it up, and I was like, I couldn't really tell what it was until I walked to the lights. So I was like,
We get it.
just-
It's a fucking piece of money.
Yeah, but like
Get to the
okay.
point.
Anyway, and then when I opened it, it was a $100 bill, and I was like, "What the
Crazy.
fuck?" Because I feel like what are the odds you expect to see a $100 bill on the ground? Like most time you see a $1 bill on the ground, you think it's like a $1 bill, right?
Yeah,
No one,
yeah.
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 No, that's fair. So like,
So-
what are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna? Keep
Yeah, I don't
it?
know.
Are you gonna
That's
sell
Are you
why,
it?
gonna,
that's why I
like-
came to this podcast. I need to ask the people what they think I should do with it.
Yeah, if you lost $100 recently, don't talk to us.
So I gave Haran 2 options in our chat when he told us, which was number 1, keep it because the odds of you getting it back to like the owner or whatever is so slim. Like you can't go to like Lost and Found and be like, oh, I have $100 that someone lost. You know what I mean? Like someone's just gonna take it random.
Yeah.
So you either keep it, or if you feel bad, you can donate it to charity. But I think that's the worst option.
After what we were saying about Ukraine.
Oh, never mind. Send aid. Yes, please.
Yeah, I was just thinking I don't know if I'll ever use it, but I think I'll just keep it because it's just like a cool occurrence that happened. So
There you go.
Fuck
I'll
does
print
that-
you
that's
out.
the
I'll
dumbest
print
shit
you
I
out
ever
something, and then I'll trade you. All right, I'll print you out a picture of it, and I'll trade you, so you can have the memory of it, but I get it.
the actual dollars.
Wait, what if you frame it like Mr. Krabs framed his first
I was
like
just about
dollar
to say
bill?
I could. Do you guys know $100 bills have like a blue holographic on like in the middle? Of
Yeah,
it?
but that's only in like the last like 6 or 7 years, I think.
Yeah.
no, this is a fresh. I
All
guess not
the
really
all the
fresh.
songs that say like "Keeping My Hundreds Blue" and all that kind of stuff. That's what they're talking about.
Oh,
It's because
yeah, that
all
makes
the blue
sense.
strips. If you count money and you have like stacks of hundreds, and you count it like with your hands, not with the machine, you actually the blue strips will like because your friction like it'll rub off on your hands.
Oh damn! I did not know that. That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah, not that I've ever interacted with more than like two $100 bills.
That's
why like
works at the Fed or something.
the old ones are the green ones with just was it Benjamin Franklin's face on it.
Franklin Benjamin
Jonathan. Yeah, those are the green ones, and then the ones are blue.
So what are you gonna do with the $100 bill?
I don't know.
Like,
I'm gonna ask the people, man.
They're not gonna respond.
You decide.
Is that an epic rap battle?
Yeah.
Oh, that can be our Q&A this week that we leave on Spotify. Maybe what should Haran do with the $100 bill?
Oh, very nice. Very
Oh,
nice
yeah,
use.
let's do it.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this on Spotify, answer below. And if you're not listening on Spotify, then fucking send us a DM or something. I don't know.
Or just say the answer out loud. Like,
Yeah. We hear everything.
Speaking of hundreds, Harsha, I heard you had some qualms while planning your wedding.
Haran, you want to give me the $100 bill?
Okay, guys, stop answering the Q&A. I already figured out what I'm going to do with the $100 bill. I will invest in Harsha and his wedding.
Invest.
Thank you. Well, by the time this episode comes out, we should have
Been
signed
married?
we should have signed our contract for our venue and photographer. So that's like pretty big deal, I'd say.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, most important things.
So where is this wedding happening? And where? And when can we find you?
And how much?
And who's involved?
And why?
And why?
Wait, no, do you have an idea of like one specific place, or are you still trying to pick that?
No. We have the idea of like the specific place where we want to have our wedding. That place has multiple ballrooms, I guess, but I mean, we figured that all out. So we should sign all that. We should sign all that this week.
Okay, so if everything's going so well,
yeah,
why you sound so upset, man?
I'm not upset.
Dude, why are you crying right now?
I'm not upset.
I'm upset.
Like when you do these things, or like I don't know, plan any sort of party. At first, you don't really know how much things cost. Like when you go to things when you're younger, you just you're like, oh, like how much is food? Like this food can't be more than like $10, bro. Or like you go somewhere and then you just see all the decorations. You just think like things come free basically when you rent a hotel. But you never think about like how much each little thing costs, how much every employee you see needs to get paid, and like all these small things that you think are small.
Damn, so you're buying people?
No, but are actually they just add up so quickly. Even for basic features of a wedding. That
do you think like planning this wedding has like made you like place monetary value in like in your friendships and like who's actually worth the money, who's not?
That's a banger question. I am curious to this answer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's actually really fucked, bro. I'm not gonna
like I mean, not just like my friends, like in terms of our families as well. Like we had to figure out like where to actually cut people off. I mean, which
that's
kind of
tough.
Sucks.
Yeah,
but I mean, you kind of have to. Otherwise, you just go on forever.
Yeah, you gotta
just to delete, just to cut people off, you just click delete on your spreadsheet and they're gone, bro. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's pretty chill. So I never realized like how much things are and how to plan like each little thing. There's always like things I forget. It's just a lot at once, and hopefully we're done with it soon in the next like 6 months or so in terms of like the major planning, and then we can kind of chill until next year. But we're working on it.
Nice.
What's an item that you've encountered so far that you were like, that cost that much? What the fuck?
Yeah, like exact same delivery when you found out too.
I didn't realize how much like a wedding venue costs for like a weekend until I heard from Turun's family and like other like weddings I've been to in the last year. I had no idea. And then also I didn't know how much photography costs for a whole weekend of like extended coverage.
That's right. My people get in their bag, bro. Let's go.
So Turun, you wanna do it, bro?
The hell no. Dude, yeah, wedding photography is like, dude, that's a lot of work, man.
Dude,
you got to be like
imagine
everywhere,
Drew being
but you
a
also
best
got to be
man
like,
and a
Huh?
photographer.
no,
You could do it, man.
No,
If anyone can do it,
no.
you could do it.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
Paran in your package deal. You got
Yeah,
Haran with
exactly.
it.
That's
You
what
get a lot
that's what I
of
was just about to say.
Dude, Haran would be such a great wedding photographer because there's like angles, especially during the ceremony, that you need like really close up shots. Haran can stand in the back and you still reach.
I like,
there.
however, we say, "Oh, Haran would be great at something because physical feature."
Yeah, everything.
Not
Nothing to actually
because-
do with anything I'm good at. It's just because I'm tall and lanky. You know what? And I fucking hate it. Thank you, Christian, for bringing that up. I
Yeah,
appreciate
as a fellow, well, I'm not as tall as you, but I understand the emotional.
it. No one actually rates
distraught.
me as a person, but that's for a different.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
if you use
actually-
your brain every once in a
Actually,
while and you
that's
showed us you can use it, then maybe I would commend you for it.
Damn.
Oh.
That felt really mean after
and-
I said it. I thought he'd come back at me, but it just turns out I was the dickhead.
And on like a more personal level in terms of wedding planning,
I
all
really
of
don't like my wife.
I really don't give a shit.
I feel like it just happens. Like most of our conversations now are just about this event, which is fair because it's
Oh.
important, but also like we kind of
It's like,
lose
it's like taking a toll. Like,
a little bit. And
Yeah.
in terms of when we like hang out in person, it's more just like planning this or like going to do things.
yeah, but
for
you see this
us.
right now because she's only listening to these episodes.
Yeah, no, we're trying to like reserve days where we just hang out and not talk about this. But
Also
it's not-
Thursdays.
it's hard. Thursdays.
that makes sense though.
I think
Well,
it's just part of the
Process.
journey. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's like-
Mhm.
it's 6 months, but like it seems like a long time now. But like 5 years down the road, when you guys are all knotted up and stuff, this will seem like a minor inconvenience, I would say.
Mhm.
Speaking of inconveniences with minors, Tarun, I heard you had a great weekend.
That's mad.
Banger.
Listen, man, I'm the transition guy for this episode, man. I don't appreciate you taking my job.
Minors? Oh.
Wait, so that's what you have a problem with? Not what he said.
Oops. A couple weekends ago. Damn, for you guys listening,
A month
it
and
was
a
like
half
a month
ago.
and a half
A break
ago.
ago.
I went on like a staycation thing in Charlottesville with my girlfriend. So we got this like little
Aww.
tiny house Airbnb thing, and we like just basically got food, watched movies, play some games. And it was a good time. So basically what happened was, we kind of wanted to do everything because like me and my girlfriend were long distance, right? So when it comes to like things like, something that like Harsh and Number 2 would do, where it's like, every week they meet up and like they make a meal or something, or they do like normal things like grocery shopping together. We don't get to do that, right? So then when we were doing this Charlottesville stuff, we're like, okay, we want to like check everything off our list, right? So we decided to make cook one meal and then bake something as well. So we decided to cook this gnocchi, like pasta ziti something, which is basically gnocchi in like pasta sauce with some like peppers, onions, mushrooms, and then we put like vegan sausage in it too.
Mhm.
So we made it, and it was like they told us that this recipe was for 4 people,
Mhm.
and it could serve 2 servings to each of those 4 people, so 8 servings, right?
Mhm.
So we're like, oh, you know what? We're 2 people, right?
Indeed.
Yes.
Nice.
And we'll probably eat twice because we're hungry blokes. So then we have the recipe. We have
you
it,
do.
and I bet you,
Oh.
I bet you, all 4 of us could have eaten twice out of how much we made. Like it
Mad.
was crazy. It was way too much.
Maybe they just didn't have the appetite that day.
That is also possible because we got Bodo's Bagels very early in the morning,
Oh,
or not very early, very late in the morning. So, anyway,
Wow,
there was,
so late.
we were playing games
Late
and
night,
watching
huh?
movies. Okay, anyway, there was so much food left over. Like the next night, we went to go to dinner, and we went to this Korean place, right? And she got this like it's called tteokbokki, which is like a rice cake kind of soupy,
Oh, Aidley?
spicy thing. No, and then I got like these udon noodles, right? God damn it.
Why do you say it like that?
So I got these udon noodles, and basically we both like finished like when I say 95% of our meal, it might have been more, bro. There was like maybe 2 bites on each of our plates left. And she comes back, and then I'm like, "Hey, can I get the check?" And and she's like, "Sure." She's like, "Do you want some boxes?" And I was like, "Yeah, can I get 3?" Because basically, we want to take those boxes home so we could pack up the fucking meal. And the look on her face was so funny, dude. She's like, "What the fuck do you need 3 for?"
Did she question it though? Like, did she actually say
No,
anything?
she gave it, which was like, shout out to her, but it was just it was just so funny because it's literally like 1 bite on her plates each. And then I told her like not to finish our food before she gives us the boxes, so that at least there is something to put in there, or it looks like there's something to put in there. But yeah, I guess that was like the funniest thing that happened that weekend. But otherwise, good weekend.
How would you compare a staycation in Charlottesville to a potential staycation in Blacksburg?
No, this is not a fair question.
Dude, Charlottesville food is way better, right? I mean, they're just like
way more options.
Yeah.
For sure.
Harsha, would you ever willingly like spend a weekend in Blacksburg?
Fuck no.
Okay, well then why the fuck you ask this question?
That was so aggressive.
Just wondering.
I will say though, like a staycation, like I never done one before, and I didn't necessarily like not believe in them, but it was like actually really refreshing to kind of just like go somewhere else and just like not think about anything that was like pertaining to my ordinary life, you know?
Harsh had a very quizzical look on his face right now.
Yeah, I've never seen you.
Wouldn't
make that
you
face.
call like our cabin trip a staycation though?
Yeah,
I think he
guess
means
so.
like a one-on-one staycation, right?
Oh
No, it doesn't even have to be 1-on-1. I mean, I guess I would classify cabin as staycation, but
The 4 of us should go on a staycation.
Announcing my retirement from the podcast.
I guess it was calm.
It would
we
be kinda
left
hype,
though. We
though.
left.
That's like a vacation though, right? We did stuff.
Yeah.
But like the reason I think the cabin during New Year's wasn't a staycation is because it was centered around New Year's, like which is an event. Like I feel like
This is
staycation is just
any
kind
other
of like
weekend.
staycation more of like a quick getaway for like
Mm.
like not necessarily like a reason other than to like refresh yourself.
But did you
Fair.
go like 2 days after Valentine's Day or something?
And was
It's
it
like a
close
week
to
after
after
Valentine's
President's Day
birthday,
weekend? Big deal, yeah.
Yeah,
So it was an event, yeah.
Yeah, so you lied.
And it was
But I
like
didn't
3
get-
days
no,
after
I
her
didn't-
birthday?
but I didn't get President's Day off.
Yeah, but you got off that weekend though.
What the fuck?
Whoa.
Hey, yo, we need to go on an ad right now. What
Yeah,
the
bro.
fuck was that?
Yeah, because he didn't get that day off, we have to make up the pay. Or he has to pay. I don't fucking know. Just go take the ad. All right, guys. Welcome back from the ad. As Tarun alluded to at the beginning of this episode, we are bringing back a fan favorite. How well do you know insert name here? This week, we are kicking it off with my boy Haran, who is apparently only used for his height. Haran, introduce the game and maybe
Hey,
yourself
what's up,
if you want.
guys? Thanks for having me back on the podcast.
Well, hold on. Whoa.
Yeah, so we did this. I think my episode was like 30 episodes ago, maybe more. I
It
don't
was
know.
a long time ago.
It was quite a while ago. No, more than that. I lied. Anyway, it's been nearly a year, and I expect better performances from everyone here. All right.
Are you just gonna ask the same questions?
Yeah, actually, I could. So some of these questions will be like open ended. Some of them will be like have like more than one part. Some of them will just be one word answers. But
So
all right.
basically, the game is he's quizzing us and how well we know him.
Yeah, exactly. So to start, I'll start off pretty easy, I guess. At what age
Shit.
did I move to the United States of America?
The Guangdong Tigers.
What?
Is that an acceptable answer? Okay.
I'm ready,
I'll
but I have
I'll
no
go
idea.
back to the
actually.
drawing board.
I'm ready to, but I also have no idea. So you go first.
Christian, you good?
I'm thinking, man. It's like 25 or something, but I gotta narrow it down.
I'll just go then. I think it was age 4.
2.
Actually, I fucked up. I don't think it's that late. Can I change my answer to 3? Okay.
I don't know. What, contestants, what do you guys think? Harsha said, hell no.
Yeah, with
Okay.
his eyes.
With his eyes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So 4, 2. Are we going like months here? Like, so if I say like,
You can be as specific as you want.
if I go
what
like,
the hell?
if I go 19.75 months, like, is that pretty good?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go 2.5.
Well, it's a good thing you were specific, Christian, because you were right. 2.5. I'll give Harsha a point too, because I mean, I guess I didn't really say. Like, you say half.
No.
Bro, you said 4, fam. Get out.
No. I'm not getting a point, but Harsha shouldn't get a point. He got wrong.
Oh, he was closer though. He
No,
was pretty
but
close.
didn't Christian get it? Didn't
half
Christian
point.
get it correctly? Like exact?
Yeah, but I guess I didn't specifically state like if you can do like
integers
months.
and all that.
I should have said you could do months. I was gonna say like you can do half, but then like people are just gonna half numbers, so I don't want to.
This game's fucked, man. Okay, whatever. Next question.
All right, Harsha has half point. Christian has 1 point, 2 and a 0.
It's a good thing.
Of course, the colored person gets half point.
What did you say?
Of course, the colored person gets a half point.
Maybe I'm just better.
Okay, next question. This is a 2-part question, so I guess like point for each you get right.
Guangdong.
What year, on what holiday, did I go watch my first ever Liverpool game at Anfield? Actually, wait, this is a 3-part question. And who did they play?
What year? What holiday? And who?
And who they played?
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I have no idea, man. What the fuck?
It's okay. Me knowing soccer does not help me on the last part at all. So don't feel bad about that.
If anyone gets who they played, it would be kind of crazy. But I just threw that.
Wait, I know
there
who
as
they played. Actually, I know who they played. I remember you telling me about this because it was so like important to you, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. This time, we'll give you time, but this time, Christian,
Yeah.
we'll start first.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna need a couple minutes.
And for holiday, be as specific as you can be. I would say. Like I would accept one answer for half a point, but then like the right answer would be, I guess the right answer is a full point.
Are you gonna give a point to like who's the closest, or is it like only if you get it if you get it right?
It's like
we'll see.
one for each.
One for each,
thing,
but like
right?
I mean, if like no one gets any points, if someone is close, maybe I'll change.
Okay.
I think you guys should get the year at least.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest.
No.
Yeah.
No shot. Okay, so I think I have an idea of like general age range. Oh fuck. Okay, I remember you telling me about when you went, but I don't remember if it was your first time or not. Like in the somewhat recent past. Just gonna have to send it down a crapshoot here. I'm gonna say it was 2016. I'm gonna say if he was mentioning the holiday, I'm gonna say it's Boxing Day, and you probably didn't get to go to either Merseyside Derby or against United. I don't think so. Otherwise, you definitely would have mentioned it a lot more, I think. Chelsea.
Okay.
So for the year and the holiday, I had the same answer as Christian, actually. Really, really big coincidence. And then Liverpool played Norwich that day.
Okay.
Fuck.
FA Cup 5th round champions, baby.
What do you mean 5th round champion? Doesn't even make sense.
I thought you went in 2012. That's wrong.
You go.
I'm gonna change my answer to 2014. I also thought it was around Christmas, so I'll say Christmas time. And you were playing the
Tottenham?
No, not them.
They just guess it.
Look at my face.
I'm looking right at you.
Was it meh?
Man.
No, I'm gonna just go with the Tottenham Hotspurs.
Okay. The tournament was actually close for the first time I went, but I didn't go see a game. I went in 2011 to Anfield for the first time. That was just like a stadium visit. I went in the summer, so there was no games then, unfortunately. I actually thought you guys would get this. So I went in 2018
Well, that's what I was trying to remember. Was that I remember you going like while we were in college.
Yeah, so like I went to London in 2018 to like spend time with my cousins, and then
Right.
they bought me tickets to go to Anfield for my first ever soccer game, for a Liverpool game, any game, I guess, like in England.
What the fuck?
So that was on Boxing Day. So I guess everyone gets a point. Turn just like Christmas time. I'll give you a point.
That's
I feel
close
bad.
enough.
Yeah,
That's close enough.
It's the day after.
Don't say
Boxing
you feel
Day
bad.
is the day
That's
after.
kind of fucking demeaning.
Boxing Day is the day after Christmas. But if you think about it, Turin said Christmas, but the UK are 5 hours ahead of us. So that is technically Boxing Day when it's Christmas here. So we'll give him the point. We'll give him the point. And we played Newcastle, which was kind of close. I mean, like phonetically, it was close to what I was about to say. So I was like, I thought you can pull it out of the bag.
Well, what about
I
physically?
knew
Was
it
that
was
close
those
to Tottenham?
Physically, no, I don't think. I think it might be closer to Newcastle. I don't actually know where Norwich is. I think it's north, but
Or
Makes sense.
yeah. So everyone gets a point.
yeah.
Haran, I have a question for you then. Where did you go, or did you go anywhere 2016 winter break?
I went to LA actually.
Fuck, man. I knew he went somewhere. But,
Okay, I feel like the holiday, like that's kind of if you think about it, like it has to be Christmas.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, I guess like technically, like no, I won't have any other day. I could go like spring
Yeah.
break maybe, but that's not
Yeah,
really a
but there's no
holiday.
like holidays out there.
Yeah, yeah,
Unless you went for like an Easter fucking match.
I threw the holiday in there as like I feel like everyone would get it.
Yeah, okay.
Those could be. It could be like a New Year's Eve. They have a match on New Year's Eve, I think, or the day
Okay,
before. Anyway.
I'm not complaining about getting a point. I'm just mentioning.
Okay. Next question. What was the first FIFA I owned?
I know.
The very first one.
Very first one, yeah.
No, like you owned the first FIFA ever.
Oh.
Like the arcade game one.
I think I know. I actually think I know. I know.
And I guess I'll give you a bonus
point.
point if you can name what like console or like what I played it on, pretty much.
You didn't have a PS Vita, did you?
Did they have PS Vitas back then?
What should be back then?
I don't know. When did I have
Yeah,
it?
they came out like
Oh.
2006, bro, or like 2007.
I was pretty much a Nintendo boy growing up.
Mm.
I did not have a PS Vita.
Didn't have FIFA for the Wii. Fifi.
They did. I played it.
Oh shit.
I did play it on the Wii too. I'm giving way too much.
Wee.
All right. Hershey goes first this time, I think.
Yeah.
we. Oh, wait.
FIFA.
Final answer.
That's the one that got drawn to my head too. Wait, Harsh, say the console.
He said Wii.
I said we.
Oh,
Wii.
that's what. Oh, okay. It's either for some reason it's either FIFA 08 or FIFA 11 in my head. So I feel like maybe Haran like played some of the earlier ones, but like didn't own them per se.
Mm.
I'm a divert away from both of those answers. I'm gonna go FIFA 10, and I'm gonna go on PS2.
My answer is 09 PS2.
Okay, I never owned a PS2.
Fuck. Should I can I
And-
change my answer though?
No.
Did you have a Xbox original?
No, I didn't have I guess like a
Oh.
console like that until I got the PS3 in 2010.
Gotcha.
So but my first ever
Fun.
FIFA was FIFA 06 on the PC, funnily enough. And then I had it on the GameCube, FIFA 07, and then I had 08 on the Wii. So Harsha was, I guess, the closest.
Well, he got a right
Uh,
answer technically. Like,
Yeah, but it wasn't like
No, I
the first
didn't.
one I owned.
so
Oh,
he
it-
got an answer.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I guess-
we all got an answer. But
Yeah. Damn. Okay. All right. Next question. This one, I feel like this one should be easy.
don't say
Don't say
that.
that.
No, like this one should actually be easy. I think maybe I don't know. I guess I'm not really
You
sure.
fucking
That's that
masochist.
much.
I'm actually
But-
such a shit friend.
Yeah, this game show is like always just make us realize how bad
Yeah.
we know how poorly we know each other. But that's the fun. All right. Name a course I've taken at Stanford.
Stanford.
I'll pop Molly. I rock Stanford.
And I'll give you a general, I guess, as you. I mean, yeah. I think like if you're in the
do I have to
ballpark.
be? Okay.
Try your hardest to be as specific as you can. But
I'm a comm major, bro.
Do you have like class numbers?
I do.
You
Have
can't,
class
you
numbers,
can't just say 4 numbers and be like,
No.
you
But
took
if I get close to the
5349.
If I get close to a number, can I get half a point?
yeah. No, just guess a class name. I think it's easier.
No, I'll guess that too. But just
Okay.
Wait, is it 3 digits or 4 digits?
It's 3 digits.
Okay.
And it would most likely start with a 2 or a 3. I'll give you that.
Oh man.
Well, that's that easy. That eases it up, man. Therm 284. 280. Therm 280. Applied thermodynamics.
Okay.
He's just sitting there nodding his head. We're all looking at him for some sort of acknowledgement.
How's she gonna get this right too?
I don't think you're gonna guess the department. That's not even a department. Why is she saying that?
Yes, I love the thermometer.
Therm sounds like an old guy that lives in your building.
Yeah, this is where I suffer from a severe disadvantage. Yeah, so my initial thought was also thermodynamics. But I gotta come up with some sort of interesting way to phrase a thermodynamics class. Or a realistic way, I guess. Heat transfer in
Life.
that's dumb. No, I was gonna say air. But I want like
We can probably
Hold
just
on.
leave it at heat transfer and like mechanics. or
yeah, but
something.
heat transfer intermediate.
Okay.
He had to get through the
Fluid
beginning class.
mechanics.
Yeah, you all get a point. We'll give you all a point. That's I don't know about. I didn't do applied thermodynamics, but I mean, I will give you all a point. It's fine.
Okay, but what about the number though?
No, that was not a number that I've taken. That could be a course. That could be actually. Oh, therm is not a department, but the number could have been a course. So wait, what are the scores? I should be keeping count.
I'm in the lead.
That's not right.
I think
Christian has.
I have 3.
2?
Harsha has 2.5, and Tarun has 2.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that sounds right. That sounds right.
Okay.
All right. Another 2-part question.
Oh no.
When was the time my dad was most disappointed in me, and also the time my dad was most proud of me?
Are they the same time?
No, they're not the same thing. Also, I did not ask my dad if this is true. This is what I think. This is what I'm gauging from.
I'm
his
a call
reactions.
uncle. I'm a verify.
Yeah, you can fact check this after if you want. Also, if you come up with a better answer than what I have, then you might just get the point. So.
I'm gonna go with most proud, was when you got into Stanford, and most disappointed. It has to be something related to you, like not making varsity soccer or something like that.
I was gonna use the same one for proud, but I'll change it. I'll go with when you were younger and you headed the ball in a soccer game for the first time and scored. And for disappointed, this would have to be freshman year of college, second semester, in the winter break time, where you didn't submit your change of major application when they were supposed to. And yeah, you messed up.
I thought you were going to say CR.
Oh, no, that was too easy.
I still don't kind of really have an answer, but whatever. I was gonna say most proud is Stanford, but instead I'll change it to most proud for getting into Virginia Tech. And then most disappointed
Getting into Virginia Tech.
when you finally got like a B and your GPA was no longer a 4.0 that semester.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Because I remember you like answering the call, you'd be like, Nana.
No.
Or no, up, what is it? Up,
Hey, hey.
Up, yeah. All good answers. I think I'll give you guys all a point for Stanford. I think you all were going to say it, but you didn't want to copy Christian. The one I came up with most disappointed was the salt packet story in elementary school.
Shit.
Just the look he gave me, and then just him not talking to me when he dropped me back at home. It just said everything that I needed to know. But,
Do you want to repeat that story very quickly for people?
yeah,
that
I can. I think this might be like the third time I share this on the podcast.
That's okay.
but
It gets better every time.
pretty much, like third grade elementary school. These have like salt packets like on the dining tables, and my friend like pretty much bet me saying that like I couldn't down 3 salt packets in a row, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, I can. What's the worst that could happen? So then I do it, and then 5 minutes later I throw up, and then my dad. Luckily, my dad works pretty close. Like he worked like 5 minutes from like my elementary school, so not that far from him. But he gets like a call from the nurse saying like your son's sick, like he needs to go home. And like he thought it was something very urgent or like something really bad happened. And then like she just told him like I got like sick. She didn't tell him what actually happened. And then like later he like asked me when I was walking back, and I was like, he's like, wait, why did you like what happened? Like did you eat something bad? And I was like no, I was there to down 3 salt packets, and he just looked at me and just shook his head. I never felt so stupid in my life. But okay. So next question, the penultimate question.
Oh,
this is an open-ended question because I actually haven't read anything yet. But where should I go on vacation this summer?
But this man used a fucking game show to fucking get us to do his dirty work.
No, I mean like this is like what do you think I would like? You know, you can sell it to me, or you don't have to sell it to me.
Just name one country. That's it.
No, it doesn't have to be a country.
Oh,
We look at. It could be a country, it could be a city, it could be anything.
Haran, this summer, you should go to India again. Only because I'm going. That's all.
Okay. Very nice. Where in India specifically should I go?
Hyderabad.
Just go to Hyderabad, okay? Don't go anywhere else because that's the only place I'll be going.
Okay.
So, when you say somewhere,
You can eat idli.
oh god, can you specify the months?
Yeah,
Like
I guess,
after graduation?
yeah, so like postgraduate, so like June, July.
Oh, that's right. You have quarters. Never mind. That ruins my answer. Tarun, did you go? I have to think again.
There's only one answer, man. Japan.
It's a good answer.
Good
But why?
answer.
But why? Why?
Bro, Japan's like the coolest place on earth, bro. It must be.
Yeah, but why would Haran want to go there? Like what in Japan would speak to Haran?
he's an
other than
Asian man
Japanese?
that appreciates sushi and culture. And also, I feel like if you went to Tokyo in the city, you'd be like, "What the fuck? This is so cool."
Haran doesn't like sushi though, does he?
You like sushi?
I don't-
Yeah, no, he likes sushi.
You like
Well,
sushi?
We went on a sushi date, bro. What you mean?
Like he sounds like disappointed.
You're always like, man, doesn't fill me up that much.
Yeah,
Is
it
that
used to
not
not, but like now it does. Like it hits me. Like I think like freshman, you were right, Harsha. Don't beat yourself up. But,
That's
like,
my job.
I'll do it.
Like I think like first 2 years of college, even before that, like my family used to get like sushi, and I was like, oh, this is like dead. Like why do people like it? It's so like it doesn't fill you up. It's like taste's not there. But then I kind of got into it, and now I'm a big fan now.
I feel like the bigger rolls do fill you up, though, right?
They do for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. I think I was just a hater, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't think I was getting the right stuff originally.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought Tarun was saying Japan just because like Tarun always talked about wanting to go to Japan, so I thought he was just trying to get someone to go to Japan with him.
Can I also mention, didn't you plan a trip to Japan, Haran?
We were planning a trip to Japan. Yeah.
He wants to
there
go
was
to
layers.
Japan.
There was layers to this answer.
Yeah.
Good job, Drew.
It's like an onion, bro. Fuck with my onions, bro. Dickhead.
My original answer was gonna be France, because I thought like other fucking normal schools, you get out in May or late April or something, and I thought you could go to the Champions League final, which got moved to France. However, since your school's fucking weird and quarter system and all that weird shit, I think you would like to go somewhere warm where you do have some family relatives. So I think you should go to Australia again.
Ooh.
Even though you've been there before,
That's a good
I
shout.
think you should go to, I don't remember whether you've been to Melbourne, but whatever the large cities
Sydney.
like Sydney,
Sydney. Yeah.
which you have not been to, I think you should go there.
That is a good answer. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure Australia is cold in the summer.
Cold? I thought it doesn't get that cold.
Australia's like summers are in like
No,
January.
I know. I get the hemispheres are
Australia's
flipped,
summers are in like January and February,
but it's not like.
and like their cold periods are like in the summer. Like
But
our
it's
summer. So I have to go with true and different.
Cold.
Fuck yes, let's go.
Now, Christian's answer was good though. I do want to go back to Australia at one point, but I've never been to Japan. So like, okay, well, actually, I should have said this earlier, but this last question is worth 1,000 points.
Yeah, I
You're such
think
a
we all knew
wanker.
this was coming.
And this one, I think Harsha should get definitely.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Wait, what?
All the
I don't know
pressure.
it.
You already know what it is.
I don't think I'll know it, so
Okay,
I'm
okay,
scared.
okay. And I'm taking factual answers only.
Oh,
What year did I meet Harsha?
fuck off. No, I actually will. Man. Fuck. I don't even know what to say. What is the answer?
I don't know. What is the answer?
I know the answer.
Yeah, we all know the answer. We'll let Harsha go last. Because he definitely knows the answer. We'll let Christian go first.
Well, see, like I know like the fake story and the real story, but like as somebody who didn't give a fuck about any of this TJ bullshit, I don't know the years of when the truth and the false both happened. So I have to relate to it in a different way. So I'm gonna say, I'll graduate high school in 2016, so obviously it was before that. I'm gonna say Harsha. I know Harsha thinks it's earlier. Well, sorry, I know Harsha knows it's earlier, but I think the answer Haran is looking for is after that. So I'm gonna say 2015.
Okay. Turn.
So, I believe you guys met in like summer school right before TJ, like high school, which would have been like 2012 summer, I think, right? Because we started 2012 fall. But I don't know if that's right because I think I remember you guys going to TJ prep or something together. Is that the meme? I don't know anymore. So I'll say 2012.
Okay. All right. Now Harsha.
2011.
Christian was
We went
close
to
because
TJ
it was actually
prep
2016 second semester, so I'll give it to Christian. So Christian wins the game, everyone. Round of applause for Christian.
I hate this game.
Wait, I can't believe I beat Harsha.
Wait, can that be my prize? Can I do that too?
Oh my god.
No, your prize is that you're going next. Yay.
Yeah, catch me in 2 weeks, guys. I'll go next.
In April. That's so crazy.
For some comparison, I can't fucking speak right now. I gave this quiz to Bhavana before, like right before, and she got like a 4 out of 7, 4.5 out of 7. So I wouldn't say you guys did that poorly.
Okay.
No, yeah, I did great then. Hell yeah.
Dude, I got 1,003.
Yeah, you beat her. Yeah, she was also naive and said like 2012 or something like that.
Yeah, what bullshit.
Cap.
But yeah, to wrap up this episode, we have one of Haran and Tarun's romantic cards. I mean, whatever they're called, couple cards. Sorry, to send us off into the sunset. What's this week's card say?
So can't believe I got Tarun a card set and he still went on a staycation with someone else. It's kind of crazy.
Get fucked. Okay, I'm gonna fan out the. Oh my god, they're so cold. What the hell? They're sitting next to my window, so I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna fan it out. You guys just tell me when to. Actually, hold on. I'll do it like this.
Oh, I'll tell you when to stop.
How do I? Okay. Tell me when to stop. Okay?
Stop.
No.
No.
When did you last sing to yourself or to someone else? Technically, I did that at the beginning of this episode.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. Predating this podcast for you.
Today.
What did you think?
Yeah.
I was on FaceTime with my girlfriend, and then I was just like, "What's the song?" Shit, I actually don't know what song.
The sun.
No, but I didn't sing that one. But I sang something, and I forget.
Oh,
Oh, actually, today I also sang 20 Minutes by Lil Uzi Vert in the car while I picked up lunch.
I didn't know you were singing in the car kind of guy. You don't
I'm
give me
not.
that
Well,
vibe.
I just sang 20 minutes, you know.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you do that. I feel like you do that like when you're in a group. I wouldn't picture you doing that like by yourself.
Yeah, I'm weird in it.
Harsha also does that, where like he doesn't actually say the words as long as
Harsha's not singing at all, bro.
Yeah, Harsha never sings, bro.
Oh no, Harsha will ruin the lyrics like 2 bars before the lyric comes up.
And then he'll give that smirk, and then he'll give that smirk to everyone.
That's so accurate. Wait, Harsha,
So
have you
proud
ever
of
like
himself, so
serenaded
smug.
Amrita?
No.
Yeah, that's what he was doing when he proposed. You know that 2 minutes we were just standing there, you were singing her song.
Yeah, I was singing a song. I was singing the
Chasing
ABCs.
the sun.
So what's your answer, Harsha?
Yesterday, actually.
The song yesterday or yesterday?
No, yesterday I sang a song not called Yesterday.
Oh,
I was on FaceTime with Ankit, Arth, and Anant, and well, Ankit started this song, and then kind of all sang the song. It was the Barney song.
I love.
How did I know it would be some shit like this?
It was a Barney song, but you replace every word with PP.
What do you mean with every word?
What?
What did that even mean? Wait, you just
So you
sing the
just
tune
repeat
with
the word
PP?
PP. Yes.
So P P P like that.
Yeah, you did it.
So stupid.
But yeah, that was.
I like to remind
Okay.
listeners that Harsha is busy planning a wedding right now. It's important knowledge. Oh my god. Mine was definitely today, but I don't know. I think I was just singing some EDM song.
How do you sing that?
Like, I was just singing the word. I don't know. They have words in EDM songs. Not all songs are just straight instrumental.
Fair. So,
It's a noted song. I haven't heard that song in a long time.
can you sing it? How does he say it? I forget. I honestly forget how it's on.
Wait, you sing the beat or the
No, the way he says like sail.
the way you said it?
No, he's not like sail like that. I feel like
No, the way you
said
said it, like original. No, you said it. Like, I think you said it right. Like
Oh,
the
okay.
intonation was there.
Cool. Let's go.
You're AWOL Nation.
For me, I think it's definitely today, but I don't remember. Like I feel like I just do it. You know, like I
Yeah, you
like
do.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay. I was. I know. I mean, the last like month and a half or so, I've been listening to a lot of unreleased like leaks of Juice WRLD songs.
Mhm.
So there's this one called McLaren Drive, which I think I've like got stuck in my head the last like week. So
Give us a little rendition.
it's like she got drive like McLaren. She got drive like McLaren. Her lips grace my facial hair.
Ooh.
And that's why you shaved.
You're the dirty boy.
I think I would make a wonderful parent. All these something, my sons. Oh yeah.
So you're really singing that song, huh?
No, shut up.
That was really nice.
Yeah,
Felt like
that
a
was
poem,
nice.
you know.
Yeah. We should bring the poems back.
yeah.
No, we definitely should because I still
think-
haven't done mine an actual poem like you guys did. So I feel bad.
Okay, we can do that on another episode where we're struggling for content.
Wait, we never struggle for content on this.
Yeah, you know what? The content struggles for us. Right.
So we're gonna wrap it up there, guys.
But I'm struggling.
Thank you guys so much for listening. This was episode 102.
Visual cues.
It's hard to keep track these days, man. We're recording so much in advance, but
True.
we do it for you because we love you guys. Thank you for listening. Yeah, if you didn't know, we have an Instagram. It's at An Interesting Discussion. We post quotes, pictures of our guests, and a bunch of other little snippets from our episodes. Definitely go check it out. We're also available on every streaming platform there is: Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud. Not SoundCloud.
Every time he's messing.
Yeah, I don't know why I say that.
Why do you think SoundCloud?
Facebook podcasts as well. YouTube.
MySpace.
Yeah. I want you to follow us everywhere, man. We need to get our numbers up, all right?
But don't follow us in person everywhere. That's very creepy.
I mean, honestly, if we get paid for it, like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, actually. Okay. Isn't that what fame is? But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up here for today. Next week, we're going to have a pretty special guest. So yeah, catch you then. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.